As of like recent times, definitely Moonlight.
Honestly, I'd have to say Moonlight. And Moonlight I actually watched fairly recently.
Like, it's just like so groundbreaking to see like a black queer character as like the main role.
This showed you something that films don't often have the courage to show you.
When I was watching it, I just like kept thinking about all the little boys who can identify with the character and who are like sitting there and watching it, and like it's just very powerful to me personally.
Oftentimes movies are always a lot of showing, but this movie was actually more about less showing. And I think that hits hard when we're talking about our society today, where there's still a great divide between the homosexual and the heterosexual community. And I think the more that we attack and offend these people because of something that's not in their control, the more they're going to try hiding from us, and the more they're not going to open up about these issues. I mean, these are issues that have to be talked about, and the more that they're hidden away, they become more of a problem. And I think that's something that Moonlight really showed.
It's not often portrayed in like movies and TV shows and media in general.
It made me more aware of the issues that they were going through. It was very like educating in that sense.
Well, seeing that a movie can't in itself change that much, I think that the goal of Spotlight was just like to create a movement.
There's a line. I'd say the thing that Moonlight and Spotlight does is it artfully balances the truthfulness, but it doesn't shove it in your face.
That they were very, very blunt with their story. They gave the exact facts and numbers that were supported by the actual story of what happened, and seeing that the movie was great in so many aspects, the message was able to be spread quite successfully.
Because in like Spotlight, it's more like hardcore facts, like it's based on a true story. While Orange Is the New Black, it's based on a true story, although it's like it's more like they fabricated some of the parts of the story in order to appeal to the viewers.
There's a line to how much truth you can have, but then there's a point where you're just kind of almost attacking the audience in a way. Because when you have movies that are too PG or too politically correct, then you're not showing the truthful aspect. But if you have movies that just kind of shove it in your face, then you're gonna miss the main message. And I think that's one of the things that Moonlight does very well. It doesn't sugarcoat, but it doesn't rub it in your face. It's a very good balance.
It just integrates more people who are diverse into different genres. So it doesn't really matter if it's like more realistic or more like fantasy. The representation is still important.
That should be the main goal of art.
I think art should be heavily socially impactful. I think art is socially impactful. It's one of our most socially impactful ways, because art is visual media. And I think oftentimes humans are very visually reliant. It's what we see that dictates what we believe, honestly. And I think if we see movies that have these issues, and we see movies that have the truth behind social realities, we're going to see that truth, and we're going to come to believe that truth. And this has happened before.
Like watching even like documentaries, not only movies, like documentaries about like Before the Flood with Leonardo DiCaprio, especially. Like people, especially like who are like famous, can use their influence for good.
It can be used to shed light on things which aren't normally talked about, for example, like domestic abuse.
I don't know, you'd have to be able to manipulate what the audience wants to see, or to basically to slowly push them to appreciate movies and music about social issues more than they do about action or such game.
Like nowadays, art is often associated with like, you know, like with social changes, like especially like recently the Oscar's Best Picture was Moonlight.
Maybe it shows that we're too reliant on media almost, but I think we've come to the point where if the media accepts that these people are people then the audience will. And I think Moonlight is a step in that direction because it showed that this person is a real person.
I think that if you're doing something that's creative and something that, like, something so beautiful or like outrageous, depending on what you're doing, like, why not make it mean something? Why not make it, like, relevant? Why not make people think when they see it?